Good morning, well, afternoon, or whatever time it is you're watching this video. So, last night I was pondering my life, which I do probably too much, and realized that I'm not really having fun, not doing things that I want to do, and and it's because of all the stuff I have. So I got to thinking, I was like, what would I trade for all my stuff? Just straight up trade. So I got to thinking about it and everything else, and came up with a couple ideas, which no one would ever do, to be fair. The stuff I have is overwhelming for just about anybody out there, so nobody would trade to have my life. But so I got to thinking about a little challenge, and challenges get me going. They motivate me and everything else, and I kind of want your help a little bit. Oh wow, alfalfa. I kind of want your help on picking out, I guess, not what the challenge is going to be, but what I'm going to use for the challenge. So I gotta still figure out a couple of, logistics and everything, but I'm thinking about taking one of my storage units and just kind of separating it a little bit and saying, okay, everything that I sell out of this one storage unit, all the proceeds goes toward X, whatever it may be. And I'm thinking about rebuilding one of my vehicles, and I was going to have basically you guys decide what vehicle I'm going to build. And the three that I'm kind of thinking about is I have Bad Box, which is a white box truck in the behind my shop. Give me 1 second here. All right. So there's Bad Box, which is behind the warehouse, and it's the one that has the wood door on the back, and it has the green flames on it. And just to tell you a little bit about that truck, it does have a race motor in it, has a brand new transmission, mechanically engine, transmission, rear end is sound, brakes are bad, it caught fire, and pretty much everything has to be gone through because it hasn't ran in about 10 years. So that's candidate number one. Candidate number two is the Unicorn van. It's a 1992 super extended. It's one of the really long GMC cargo vans, and it currently does not run, but it's probably something real stupid. I think bad fuel or something like that. It just needs to be gone through. The body is dented all to hell. There's the constant smell of like something pooped inside the truck, and I've yet to been able to find it. I pressure washed the truck like 3-4 times, went to the car wash and just hosed down the inside of the truck. I can't find the poop, but it smells like poop in there. I think either a dog or the person who owned it before me pooped. So, but that's candidate number two, is putting that truck together. And then candidate number three is Hoochie Mama, because Hoochie Mama by far is the cheapest vehicle I own. It's had the roughest life so far, and mechanically it's sound, it runs and drives, but it's just horrible to look at, And there's so them are the three vehicles that I'm thinking about bringing back to life, or modifying. And there's three things I've done in the past that I'm thinking about maybe doing one more. And the options are build a vehicle for drag racing, build a vehicle for sound competitions, which so far both of them are very, very expensive, or build a vehicle to just be unique. And when I say that, I'm thinking about doing like a Mad Max into the world, it'll be a nice vehicle, but it'll look like something that's gone through a war. And not a zombie killer van, nothing like that, but just have it as and not really military, but have it, if you've ever watched Mad Max, was it Beyond Thunderdome? The cars that were in there were the kind of apocalyptic and, you know, like pieced together and stuff like that. I've always thought about building one of them. And the funny story is the idea came from the car used in the video. I think it's called Think About It by Information Society back in the 80s. If you haven't watched that video, just type in Information Society Think. You know, it's a very interesting song, but there's an old Charger that had, I'm missing teeth, but it had like expanded metal across all the windows, and it had spikes coming off the roof, and had like this big spotlight on it that it was jacked up with the big off-road tire in the back. And it's just something that I was like, I would love to have kind of like a, you know, just a vehicle that when people look at it like, yeah, I don't know, you know, and just have a fun vehicle to drive around. And just so you know, with the van, whoa, careful, dude. With the box truck, I would probably cut everything off of it and turn it into a sand rail. With the unicorn van, I would probably, if we went that route, the unicorn van, I would probably just, you know, decorate the outside, and then Hoochie Mama, I would probably take all the doors off and turn it into a Jeep. If we went that route, we did the sound competition, which I still have a bunch of car stereo and amps. You know, I'd probably have to buy some more speakers and build a box, which all I'd really need to do is buy the subwoofers. And then with the drag racing, well, I got one motor that will fit in 2 vehicles, and then it's not hard to, you know, modify a 4.6 in Expedition. So, but with all that in my mind, that's kind of what I want to start next year, you know. So this video should be able to get enough views and get enough comments and tell me what you think, you know. Or I could go and build a full-on, just elite level show car, you know, which the box truck would be a very interesting show car. Wow, my mind just went to a lot of different places thinking about what I could do. But when I say that, I'm talking about custom paint job, because I've painted cars in the past and it's been a long time, you know, and I want to get back to working on some cars and not being buried in the stuff. Now, that being said, there's 3 vehicles. There's a couple of different options. I don't want to buy a new vehicle. I'm going to use what I have. But there's a little caveat to this, because some of you may know that financially I'm hurting a little bit. I can't afford to just go out and start spending tens of thousands of dollars on a vehicle. So my budget total to build whatever I'm going to build is $10,000. That's it. And it can only come from the stuff I sell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off and pick a storage unit and say all the proceeds out of this storage unit goes to, you know, building the truck that I want, or the ones that y'all tell me that y'all want to see. You know, and I'm going to have some creative freedom in it, but, you know, you tell me if you want me to build the unicorn van, which is on this channel. If you type in unicorn, you can see the van. The Bad Box has been in numerous videos. It's an 88 1-ton dually old U-Haul truck, but it doesn't have the piece that goes across the top. And then you have Hoochie Mama, which is probably the most famous vehicle on my channel so far. And then, you know, do you want to see a full-blown show car? Do you want to see a race truck? Which I'm gonna, if I do a race truck, I'm gonna see what is the fastest I'm allowed to go without a roll cage or a fire suit, and see if I can hit that for $10,000. You know, which in the box truck would be quite a challenge. The other 2, you know, I think that's doable. But that's kind of my thinking. You know, I want to build something. I want to create something. You know, and I'm going to be selling starting next Wednesday. I'm back at the flea market on Wednesday, and then the following weekend, you know, I got a couple little jobs just to finish up that were stragglers from before I went to school, and it looks like all of them are going to be done by Monday. So, you know, and then they're picking up a door on Tuesday because I had to order some glass. But all that being said, I think I'm good to start selling all my shit now, and that's where I'm going today. Oh man, actually I'm not going there today because I meant to go swap out vehicles. I unloaded my storage unit and I gotta go grab Hoochie Mama because it's carrying all my tools. Dang it. Oh well. Well, I was going to the shop. Now I'm going back home. But tell me what you think. You know, if you have any ideas for a crazy car build or something using either an Expedition, a cargo van, or a full-size U-Haul truck. Yeah. So, you know, tell me which vehicle you'd like to see me build and what you'd want me to do to it in your perfect world. Not saying I'll do it, but it may give me some ideas, and you know, whatever kind of has the best or the most theme toward all the comments, then that's going to be it. And it starts on January 1st. Right now I'm getting caught back up, so I'm not going to inhibit any of that, and hopefully by Christmas I'll have $10,000 in cash sitting on the side. You know, that's kind of my plan. And then we're going to build a vehicle on January 1st and have a lot of freaking fun doing it. And a little background is I have built quite a few custom cars. You know, I got ASE certification a long time ago. I worked, did a lot of car stereo, and while in the military, I worked on a wide variety of cars and built cars and worked with a shop up there, and you know, so I have a unique history of, you know, modifying cars. But that being said, there are certain things that I cannot do that I subbed out and had, like basically welding, you know, and rebuilding entire engines. But on this one build, we're doing it all in-house. I'm not having anybody do a damn thing for me. I'm going to do it all by myself, and it'll be a 1-year project, and do like a video every week of the updates. And I just think it'd be fun to add something new to the channel, and you know, let's build something unique. So give me your ideas, tell me what you're thinking. On that note, peace, love, money, I'm out.